Digital signal processing lecture number 13. Yesterday we started with understanding about the DFT as a linear transformation. So what we did, we know that the formula for DFT. So how do we calculate discrete Fourier transform? The use of discrete Fourier transform we were discussing about yesterday. What is use of discrete Fourier transform? With this, we can convert discrete input signal into discrete signal into a frequency domain. Means here we are converting time domain signal into a frequency domain signal. So we have a formula for conversion of discrete time domain signal into a discrete frequency domain signal, and it is given as, what is the formula? Who will tell me formula for discrete Fourier transform? It's very simple formula. Discrete Fourier transform. Yes, x of k is equal to, what is the formula? What is the formula? X of k is equal to, Shubham, can you tell me? Shubham Prabhat. Yes, Sukuda, if you go wrong, nothing doing. But if you don't say anything, that will be showing your casual approach. Please tell me, what is the formula for DFT? X of k is equal to, Shubham? Are you in the meeting, Shubham? You can unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Tell me, Shubham, what is the formula? Unmute yourself and tell me, what is the formula? X of k is equal to? Huh? Bola? No problem. Whatever you know, you tell me. Huh? X of k is equal to? Shubham, unmute yourself and tell me. Yes, Shubham. I'm waiting for you. Sonali Kate. Roll number 12. Sonali. Vaishnavi, you are not able to unmute. Now check it once. Is it possible to unmute yourself?
Yes, ma'am. Now it's.
Tell me, what is the formula, Vaishnavi?
Summation n varies from.
Summation n varies from
0 to n minus 1.
0 to n minus 1.
X of n.
X of n
into e raised to.
Into e raised to.
Minus j.
Minus j.
2 pi divided by capital N.
2 pi divided by capital N into
nk.
An or nk. Okay, now what we did, we have tried it to represent it by using linear transformation. Means what we did here, we have represented input samples by using matrix representation. So here we will see, we will revise this yesterday, the formula which we have derived by using matrix. So that is going, we will revise first and then we'll solve problem based on that. Okay, so here linear transformation. the DFT as a linear transformation. So write down this topic as DFT as a linear transformation. So in this now, what we will do, we will try to represent the input sample as well as DFT by using a matrix. So x of k. Now here, when we talk about x of k are nothing but DFT samples. And we know that here k varies from 0 to n minus 1. The k varies from 0 to n minus 1. So total number of samples, DFT samples. From this, we can immediately say that there are n number of samples present over here. Immediately, we can say it as there are n number of samples which are present over here. Okay, so here n number of samples, and those n number of samples are nothing but DFT samples. Similarly, as summation n varies from 0 to n minus 1, here also you can say that there are n number of samples because it indicates that n varies from 0 to n minus 1. So here x of n is also having n number of samples. So this is also, this input sequence, discrete sequence is also having n number of samples. So with this now, with this terminology, we will represent the x of k by using matrix because it contains n number of samples. Again, input is input signal, which is a discrete signal. This is also having n number of samples. So we can represent this input sequence also by matrix format. It is a one-dimensional matrix because only one variable is present here. X of k, if you observe that x of k, there is only one variable. So, this will be a one-dimensional matrix. Here again, x of n also, if you observe that there is a one variable, so it is again going to represent by using one-dimensional matrix. म्हणजे दोन्ही पण one-dimensional matrix ने आपण represent करू शकतो. Why we can represent it by using one-dimensional matrix? Because it contains only one variable. त्याच्यात एकच variable आहे म्हणून आपण we can represent by using one-dimensional matrix. So this is I can represent here x of k by using one-dimensional matrix as it contains n number of variables or n number of values. So we can represent here. Yesterday we have written everything. So this is nothing but the first value of k is 0. So this is represented as x of 0. Likewise, second value is 1. So we will be representing this as a x of 1. Then next value is 2. So this is x of 2. And last value what will be the last value? Last value is n minus 1. So we will represent the last value of DFT samples as x of n minus 1. So this is going to be a last value because range of k varies from, kiti hai range of k? Range of k is varying from 0 to n minus 1. So 0 to n minus 1. Total number of samples are n number of samples. Okay. And then the next is time domain sequence. So input time domain sequence x of n. This is again of n number. This is again here n number of samples are present in the input sequence. So input sequence also we can represent by using n number of samples. So those are represented as the first sample n ची range काय आपली 0 to n minus 1. So first value of x of n काय असणार आहे? तर first value of x of n will be 0. First value 0 असणार आहे. Then what will be the next value? Next value काय असणार आहे? तर next value is equal to 1. Further, what will be the next value of n? It is going to be x of 2. Next value of n is going to be x of 2. Likewise, the last value of n ची last value किती आहे? n minus 1. So I'm going to represent here. I'm going to substitute this value. So this will be x of n minus 1. So last index is n minus 1. So last value we have represented as x of n minus 1. So total number of samples present in the input sequence. How many are there? Total number of samples. Total number of samples present in the input sequence. It is n number of samples. So ह्याचं dimension काय येईल आता? ह्या matrix चं किती column आहेत, किती rows आहेत त्याच्यात? How many rows are there? How many rows? 1, 2, 3 up to n number of rows. So here we will represent n number of rows and how many columns are present? एकच column है. So dimension of this matrix is n by 1. Dimension of this matrix is n by 1. Is it clear? Similarly, for this also we can write as dimension as n by 1. Dimension of this is n by 1, right? So this is what we have represented, the output DFT samples as along with the input signal or sequence, and then we have to represent, we have to work with this exponential part. So we have represented this exponential part. What is the exponential part? I will write here e raised to minus j 2 pi upon capital N into Kn. So here we have introduced one variable or one factor called as a W factor. So what is that W factor? W is called as a Twiddle factor. Yesterday we talked about this Twiddle factor. So this Twiddle factor, value of W is value of W. W is known as a Twiddle factor. The value of W is value of W. W is nothing but Twiddle factor. So Twiddle factor or W factor, the value of this is e raised to minus j 2 pi upon n. So what will remain? Kn is remaining. So I am writing here Kn. So I have just substituted for the exponential part as a W. So what is W? W is e raised to minus j 2 pi upon n. This is nothing but W, and remaining part is Kn. These are the variables. We know that K varies from 0 to n minus 1. N varies from 0 to n minus 1. We have extended this equation. This equation I have written separately. X of K la separately relay. X of n la I have written separately. Now I am writing for e raised to minus j 2 pi upon n into Kn, because entire equation I want to represent in terms of matrix form, in terms of linear transformation. So here W raised to Kn. Now I want to represent the Twiddle factor or this matrix is called as a W matrix or Twiddle matrix. So here yesterday we have written W matrix. So W matrix we will be writing, this will be a matrix, okay, because there are two variables K and N. So we will be taking N variable for number of rows and K variable we will be taking for the number of columns, okay. So in this way we will be writing the Twiddle matrix, or we can call it as a W matrix. So here we will write as a W matrix. So for W matrix, as I have told you, K variable we have considered it for a column representation. We have represented it a column representation. The K value of K is varying from 0 to n minus 1. So last value will be n minus, or last index will be n minus 1. Similarly here n is also varying from the value of n or the index of n. N is indicating range of the signal in the time domain. K is indicating range of the signal in the frequency domain. So both the variables are varying from 0 to n minus 1. So here we will be writing here n varies from 0, let's say 1, 2, and remaining up to, this will be extended up to n minus 1. This is going to be extended up to n minus 1. Are you getting this? So we will be writing this Twiddle matrix as the first value of this Twiddle matrix. N is 0, k is 0. So w raised to 0 multiplied by 0. So first value or first row is always equal to 0 because n is 0. So we will write here first row is always equal to 0. So we will write as w raised to 0, w raised to 0 up to last value is also going to be 0 only, because 0 multiplied by n minus 1. Anything multiplied by 0, always answer is 0. Similarly, for first column also, we will be getting w raised to 0 value only. Why? Because k is 0. So here again, first column also the same way we can write it as w raised to 0. Now, here at this position, n is 1, k is 1. So we can write it as w raised to 1. Both are 1. N is 1, k is 1. So both are 1. So we can write it as w raised to 1 multiplied by 1. So it is going to be 1 only. Getting this? W raised to 1 only, that we will be getting here. So next is now at the next position. At this position, what is the value of k? K is 2 and n is 1. So here we can write it as 1 multiplied by 2. So this value is going to be, it is going to be w raised to 2. At this position, I am now talking about the last value. Last value la काय येणार आहे आता? This n is 1. K is n minus 1. So what I am getting here? 1 multiplied by n minus 1. So here I will be getting the value as w raised to 1 multiplied by n minus 1. So it is going to be n minus 1. So this is what we did yesterday. Then next is this value of n is 2 and value of k is 1. So at this position, what I am getting? W raised to 2. Next position, at the next position, n is 2 and k is 2. N is 2 and k is 2. So this is going to be 2 multiplied by 2. So this is going to be w raised to 4. This is going to be w raised to 4, right? This will be what I'm getting here. What will be the value of this? This is going to be 2 multiplied by 2. So here I will be getting a w raised to 4. 2 multiplied by 2. And the last, at the last column, here n is 2 and k is n minus 1. So here I'm getting 2 multiplied by n minus 1. This is going to be 2 multiplied by n minus 1. 2 multiplied by n minus 1. At the last, now we will talk about the last row. In the last row, what you will get here? The value of n is n minus 1. At this position, if I take this, this will be k equal to 1. So 1 multiplied by n minus 1. So this element will be w raised to n minus 1. The element will be w raised to n minus 1. पुढचा काय होणार एलिमेंट? व्हॉट विल बी द नेक्स्ट एलिमेंट? w raised to, आता इथं k ची व्हॅल्यू किती आहे? 2 आहे. And what will be the value of n? N is n minus 1. So here what I can write it as k multiplied by n. N is n minus 1 because value of n is n minus 1. So similarly, in the last column, the value of n is n minus 1. Value of k is n minus 1. So at this position, what will be the w raised to? W raised to n minus 1 multiplied by the next bracket, it is n minus 1. So n minus 1 multiplied by n minus 1. This value we will get at the last position of this matrix. So entire matrix here, the number of samples of K are nothing but equal to n number of samples. Number of samples of n are nothing but equal to n samples. So what will be the size of this matrix? Naturally, size of this matrix will be n by n matrix. Now we have represented entire equation. The entire equation of DFT we have represented. So what is that? We have represented the samples, DFT samples by one-dimensional matrix xk. Then we have represented the input samples by one-dimensional matrix xn, and then we have represented this by using Twiddle matrix. So this is, in this way, the entire equation, entire DFT equation we have represented with the help of matrix. Okay, so now with this understanding, we will try to solve the problem of DFT by using linear transformation or by using matrix terminology, right? So here, let us take down the problem. Let us take down the problem of DFT. Calculate DFT of a sequence. Calculate DFT of a sequence x of n is equal to let us take down the sequence as 1, 2. We have already solved this problem. We'll cross check the answer in that case. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the input sequence. Now we want to find out DFT of this input sequence using linear transformation. Write down, calculate DFT of a sequence x of n is equal to, in the bracket, 1, 2, 3, 4 using linear transformation. Using linear transformation. Okay, so let us solve. We will solve this. Now here we want to find out the DFT. टाकूया मग सगळा रेडीच आहे. मग माझा तो वाला टाकून देऊ तिकडे ताबोजीचा. Okay. Now here we want to solve by using linear transformation. So for linear transformation, how many number of samples are present over here? एनीवन? किती सॅम्पल्स आहेत त्याच्यात? व्हॉट इज द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ कॅपिटल एन?
4 ma'am.
Four.
Capital N is equal to 4. बरोबर आहे ना? We have number of samples capital N is equal to 4. कसे आले 4? This 1, 2, 3 and 4. So number of samples. If I count here, there are 4 number of values. So capital N is equal to 4. So I can represent x of n. So I will represent as x of 4 or x of n is equal to 4. So this can be represented as, this will be 1, 2, 3, 4. काय येणार आहे डायमेन्शन ह्या मॅट्रिक्सचा आता? व्हॉट विल बी द डायमेन्शन ऑफ दिस मॅट्रिक्स? किती रो आहे त्याच्यात? हाऊ मेनी रोज आर देअर? हाऊ मेनी रोज आर देअर? किती आहेत? 1, 2, 3, 4 है ना? ऑब्वियसली देर आर 4 रोज. अँड कॉलम किती आहेत आता इथं?
1.
एकच कॉलम दिसतोय. सो दिस विल बी 4 by 1. नाउ आय वांट टू फाइंड आउट नेक्स्ट ट्विडल मॅट्रिक्स. हा ट्विडल मॅट्रिक्स आपल्याला फाइंड आउट करायचा आहे. सो W suffix n we will write as. So here it is 4 by 4 matrix we will be going to get here. Okay. So W suffix 4 म्हणजे हा 4 by 4 चा मॅट्रिक्स होणार आहे, राईट? सो ह्या आता let us we will represent this matrix. In this matrix now k varies from 0 to किती होणार आहे k ची व्हॅल्यू? k ची रेंज काय असणार आहे? व्हॅल्यू ऑफ k will
3.
vary 0 to
0
3.
to 3.
Right. 0, 1, 2 and 3. 0 to 3. Similarly, n varies from. n ची व्हॅल्यू काय काय राहणार आहे आता इथं?
0 to 3.
Right. So this is going to be 0, 1, 2 and 3. Right? This is going to be 0, 1, 2 and 3. So what will be the now elements? Tell me first element. Keep in mind, first row and first column is always equal to W raised to 0. कारण एक आपला 0 येतोय ना त्यातला व्हेरिएबल. So this is going to be W raised to 0. n 0 आहे म्हणून. This is also going to be W raised to 0. This is also W raised to 0. And here also it is going to be W raised to 0. फर्स्ट कॉलम मध्ये काय येणार आहे आता? हा फर्स्ट कॉलम आहे. इथं काय येणार आहे व्हॅल्यू? W raised to 0. काय येणार आहे 0? कारण k 0 आहे. एक व्हेरिएबल 0 आहे. मल्टिप्लिकेशन मध्ये एखादी जरी व्हॅल्यू 0 असेल तर एंटायर मल्टिप्लिकेशन हे नेहमी 0च होतं. बरोबर आहे ना? If one of the value in the multiplication, if it is 0, then entire multiplication goes to 0, right? So in this way now, the second value is also going to be 0 and third value is also going to be 0. Now tell me value at this position.
W raised to 1.
Right. This is going to be W raised to 1. What is here?
W raised to 2 and W raised to 3.
Right. W raised to 2 and here it is W raised to 3. And what will be here?
W raised to 2.
W raised to 2.
W raised to 4.
W
W raised to 6.
and W raised to 6. And W raised to 6. Here it is.
W raised to 3. W raised to 6. W raised to 9.
Right. W raised to 3. W raised to 6. And finally, this will be W raised to 9. Now, next what we will do? We will try to find out this exponential part or these W values. So in the next slide, we will find out. Now, the first value I observed that W raised to 0. W raised to 0. So we will substitute here. What is the value of W? W ची value किती आहे? What is the value of W? We have written here. What is the value of W? W is e raised to minus j 2 pi upon n. So this is the value of W raised to 0 means Kn is 0. So here we will write as e raised to minus j 2 pi, capital N is 4, capital N is 4 multiplied by 0. Okay, so this is going to be e raised to, because here एक जरी value 0 आली तरी entire 0 होते multiplication. So entire multiplication will be equal to 0, right? So e raised to 0, the value of e raised to 0 is always equal to 1. The value of e raised to 0 is always equal to 1. But that Twiddle matrix madhe, what is my Twiddle matrix? Here, if I will write here once again, W suffix n. Here, or W suffix n म्हणण्यापेक्षा आपण W suffix 4 म्हणू, because value of n is 4 आहे. So पहिला रो आणि पहिल्या कॉलमची व्हॅल्यू काय येणार आहे आता ह्याच्यात? पहिला रो and पहिला कॉलम, this first row and first column, त्याची व्हॅल्यू किती येणार आहे? Always 1 येणार आहे, right? So here I am going to write here 1 1 1 1. Here again 1 1 and 1. Now next value I want to find out. Kai next value, what I should find out? W raised to 1. This value I want to find out. So we will write here W raised to 1. This second value which I want to find out. W raised to 1. So I will write here. I will substitute for W. What is W? W is e raised to minus j 2 pi upon 4. Sorry, 2 pi upon 4 multiplied by 1. This is multiplied by 1. So can I reduce this? Yes, because I can divide these two. So this is 2 ones are 2 and this will be 2 2s are 4. So this is going to be काय येणार आहे आता याचा reduction? What you are getting?
E raised to minus j into n divided by 2.
E raised to minus j into pi येणार आहे. This is pi actually. Divided by 2. मग ह्याचं expansion कसं करणार तुम्ही? How do you do this expansion? E raised to minus j theta. How do you expand this?
Cos theta plus j sin theta.
Plus का minus येणार?
Minus.
Minus येणार है ना? So this is, I can write as cos theta. Theta काय ह्या केस मध्ये? What is theta?
Pi by 2.
Pi by 2. So cos pi by 2 minus j sin pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 minus j sin pi by 2. So now tell me value of cos pi by 2 and sin pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 किती असतो?
0.
0 असतो. Sin pi by 2 किती असतो? Sin pi by 2 किती असतो? आता हे झालं पाहिजे. या स्टँडर्ड व्हॅल्यू आहेत ना. सो sin pi by 2 हा 1 असतो. Cos pi by 2 हा 0 असतो. Cos pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, all values are always equal to 0. So this is minus j because sin pi by 2 is 1. So value of W raised to 1. What is the value? W raised to 1 is
minus j.
So we will write here the second element minus j. W raised to 1 is minus j, which we have calculated. Now the next element. What is that next element? W raised to 2. This I want to find out. So here we will substitute again. So I want to find out W raised to 2. So w raised to 2, how do you write here now? कसं लिहिणार आहे w raised to 2? सांगा कसा लिहिणार? w ची व्हॅल्यू टाकावी लागेल ना आपल्याला. So what is the value of w?
e raised to minus j 2 pi by 4 into 2.
Yes, right. E raised to minus j 2 pi upon 4 into 2. So this is my w raised to 2. आपण याला reduce करू. This 2 and this 4 is going to cancel each other. मग काय राहणार आहे? आपण जर cancellation केलं तर what will remain here?
E raised to minus j into pi.
E raised to minus j into pi. This is going to remain here. If I expand this, काय होणार आहे याचं expansion further? What will be the expansion of this?
Cos pi minus j sin pi.
Right, cos pi. What I'm getting here? Cos pi minus j sin pi. So this is what I'm going to get here. Sin pi. Match value. What will be the value of this? What is cos pi?
-1.
Right. It is -1. आणि sin pi किती असतो?
0.
0. म्हणजे 0 multiplied by j 0. म्हणजे ही टर्म 0 होणार. So only one value will remain cos pi. Cos pi ची व्हॅल्यू किती आहे? -1. So I'm going to write here. This is -1. Similarly, here also I can put down the value. W raised to 2, W raised to 2. So I will write here also. So this is going to be -1. Then next value that I have to find out is W raised to 3. Next value कोणती find out करणार आहे आपण? W raised to 3. So W raised to 3. Again we'll have to substitute value of W. W ची व्हॅल्यू आपल्याला टाकावी लागेल ना इथे. सो काय राहणार आहे W ची व्हॅल्यू? E raised to minus j 2 pi divided by 4 multiplied by 3. So find out करा याची व्हॅल्यू किती येते? Tell me after finding out. Let us reduce this, find out and tell me the answer. किती येते answer? Reduce this. 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. 2 2s are 4. So the equation will be e raised to minus j 3 pi by 2. 3 pi by 2 येते ना इथं. So what is the answer of this? How do you write this? Cos 3 pi by 2 minus j sin 3 pi by 2. बरोबर आहे? कसं लिहिणार आहे? This e raised to minus j 3 pi by 2. How you will write this? E raised to minus j 3 pi by 2. How you will write this? This is going to be
Cos 3 by 2.
3 pi 2, 3 pi by 2. It takes time me to write. Minus j. By using touchpad, I'm writing this. Sin 3 pi by 2. So tell me, what will be the answer of this? What will be the answer? Sin 3 pi by 2 and cos 3 pi by 2. What is cos 3 pi by 2?
0.
0. And what is sin 3 pi by 2?
-1.
-1. So if sine 3 pi by 2 is -1, this sine 3 pi by 2 is -1. So minus minus will be plus. So answer of this w raised to 3, what will be the answer? It is
J.
equal to plus j. So I will write here the value which we have calculated is plus j. W raised to 3. So w raised to 3 is also present over here again. So we'll write this. This is going to be j. Now what next? What is the next value that I have to find out? W raised to 4. पुढची कुठली value आहे? The w raised to 4. So let us find out this w raised to 4 and tell me answer. W raised to 4. Find out this w raised to 4. What is this? How you will find out w raised to 4? W raised to 4 is e raised to j minus j 2 pi upon 4 multiplied by 4. बरोबर है ना? How do you write this? W raised to 4. W raised to 4 is e raised to minus j 2 pi upon 4 multiplied by 4. So 4 will get cancelled to each other, and what will remain there? There will be a e raised to minus j 2 pi. काय राहतंय तिथं? e raised to minus j 2 pi will remain there. E raised to minus j 2 pi. How do you expand this? That's expansion कसं होईल? E raised to minus j 2 pi. What will be the expansion? E raised to minus j 2 pi. This is going to be cos 2 pi minus j
sin 2 pi.
sin 2 pi. Cos 2 pi 1 येते. Sin 2 pi किती असतो?
0.
0 and cos
cos 2 pi च राहणार आहे. राईट? सो त्याची व्हॅल्यू किती आली आपली? 1 आली. e raised to w raised to 4. It is equal to 1. So this value is going to be 1 over here. नेक्स्ट व्हॅल्यू कुठली आपल्याला फाइंड आउट करायची आहे? नेक्स्ट व्हॅल्यू कुठली फाइंड आउट करायची आपल्याला?
W raised to 6.
राईट. नेक्स्ट व्हॅल्यू आपल्याला कुठली फाइंड आउट करायची आहे? तर w raised to 6. w raised to 6 कसं रिप्रेझेंट करणार? अगेन सेम कहाणी. e raised to minus j 2 pi upon 4. 2 pi upon 4 multiplied by 6. Multiplied by 6. मग किती होणार आहे ते? किती होतं हे आता? 2 to the 4. So this is going to be 2 to the 4. किती होतं हे? बरोबर आहे ना? And 2 3 is 6. 3 pi येतंय का हे?
हा मॅम 3 pi
मायनस j 3 pi. मग 3 pi ची व्हॅल्यू किती येते? मायनस j 3 pi. किती येते 3 pi? e raised to minus j 3 pi is cos 3 pi minus j sin 3 pi. cos 3 pi किती असतो? अल्टरनेटिव्ह असतो बघा. cos pi minus 1, cos 2 pi plus 1. cos 3 pi किती येणार आहे आता? अल्टरनेट व्हॅल्यूज असतात.
-1 मॅम.
-1 येणार. आणि sin 3 pi पायच्या रेंज मध्ये सगळ्या साइनच्या व्हॅल्यूज 0 असतात. इंटिजर मल्टिपल ऑफ पाय है ना. इथं किती येणार आहे? -1 व्हॅल्यू येणार इथं. इथं म्हणजे आपण ह्या पोझिशनला ती व्हॅल्यू टाकून देऊया. व्हॉट इज दॅट? At this position, this value is -1. Here, over here also we can write -1 because w raised to 6 is present at this position also. So we will write at this position also, this is equal to -1, right? Last value आता आपल्याला find out करायची. What is that last value? W raised to 9. Find out करा w raised to 9. किती आलाय? किती आलाय W⁹9? W⁹9 is e⁻ -j 2π/4 multiplied by 9. म्हणजे 2 1 जा 2, 2 2 जा 4. Means e⁻ - j9π/2. बरोबर आहे ना? 9π/2. मग cos 9π/2 minus j sin 9π/2. cos 9π/2 तर किती होणार आहे cos 9π/2? 0 होणार आहे. मग sin 9π/2 किती असतो?
1.
+1 आहे ना?
हा मॅम.
मायनस जे इथं व्हॅल्यू येते ना त्याची, मधलं साइन मायनस आहे ना, middle sign is minus, so here this is minus j, so the last value which we have obtained is minus j. Now this matrix is available with me. Now I want to find out DFT values. I have two matrices. First matrix is this and second matrix is this. Now we will be performing multiplication. We want to find out x of k. X of k is xn multiplied by w suffix n. So we will be performing multiplication of these two matrices. Ultimately we will get answer for x of k. Take करूया आता. Or we'll do in the next lecture this, because it's already 10:59. So we will do this exercise in the next lecture. Okay, we'll stop here for today's lecture.